Yeah, good morning. It's Summit and it's a brand new week. Thanks for joining us on the program. My name is Jumoke Michaels. You're welcome, Banji.
Yeah, my name is Banji Busari. Just 24 hours to Ramadan. Well, we've been waiting. It's 1 month that we want to be extended at the expiration of Ramadan every year. Thank God it has come again, 1442 H Ramadan. Yes, Muslims, congratulations.
Yes, it's Ramadan week, and congratulations to you too.
Yeah, congratulations. Yes.
For me, I said again. It's like,
you
is it not
me.
just last month or something? The last Ramadan. Time is moving
But
so
the
fast.
truth is, Muslims have actually been waiting for it. It's like we don't usually want it to end each time it comes. So at the expiration of one Ramadan, we're always eager to have another one. So in the last 2 months, we've been expecting it. And in the next, let me say, 24 or 48 hours, it will be here. So we're excited. I am excited.
All right, so today on the program, this first segment of the program, we are examining the issues ahead of Ramadan 1442. And we are privileged this morning to have with us in the studio the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor of Islamic Religion, Imam Jebe Abdullahi Ahmad. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Salaam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Salam alaikum is the right thing to say. Salam alaikum.
Mr. Banji, wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nice meeting you.
It's my pleasure. Can I say Ramadan Kareem now? Is it not too early?
Yes, it's not too early to say Ramadan Kareem because when it's almost Ramadan setting, we telling ourselves Ramadan Kareem and the other person say Allahu Akram as it approaches in a couple of hours.
Okay, as it approaches, the Sultan, that's the President General, Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, that's Sheikh Abubakar Saad, actually did urge all Muslims in the country to look out for the moon today. I mean, from today. In the past, we've had cases where some people will start a day earlier than others, some people will start 2 days earlier than others. So what do you see as the general atmosphere this year? Are we all likely to start the same time as following the sighting of the moon?
Thank you very much, Mr. Banji. You see, over the time, we've been having the problem you said before. This set of Islamic organizations will start their own sometimes a day before, some same day, some 2 days after, which is ridiculous. It's not good as the religion itself teaches. But with the emergence of the new Sultan of Sokoto, the Sheikh Abubakar Saad II, he inaugurated, he formed a committee when he came on board. Well, this is about almost 5-6 years ago. So he constituted a committee. That was where he started his job, Ramadan. We must be on the same page. That is what it teaches. All Muslim community must be on the same page. What he did was that the committee, the Sight Moon Committee, we call them Sight Moon Committee.
The Moon Sighting
Committee, anyhow you call it.
Okay.
So what we do was that those people, now they have them in all 36 states of the Federation, including Abuja. And they have a central working committee that constitutes the 36 states has one person from each state to represent their state in the Moon Sighting Committee. Despite each state has their own committee, but we have 36 national body that take charge of the whole thing, and they report back to the Supreme Council of Islamic Affairs, which is the central body of the Muslim Ummah in Nigeria. Today, as it is being curtained, they are in charge of it. This set of committee are in charge of it, and they have been working based on that regard. So today is 29 Shaban.
Today is 29 Shaban.
And the Holy Prophet says in his traditions, he said, Kumila Shaban. He said you should count Shaban when Shaban either 29 or 30. Then the following that day, Ramadan starts the following day. Once it is 29, we are expecting another moon. You get it? So since yesterday, the Sultan has instructed all the committee members and even the Muslim woman. It might not be them that sees or that first sight the moon, but other people can see. If you report to
that committee
immediately, or the Muslim head in your locality, that Muslim head will definitely have a source to report to the committee.
So all that is to ensure that there's unity,
uniformity, and
fasting.
Yes, to the fasting, uniformity, and all of us will be on the same ground. Yes.
So that aside, there are usually anxieties apart from the commencement. Muslims who, for one reason or the other, did not complete their Ramadan last year.
Yes.
And even up till now, they have not completed it for one reason or the other. Now, what's the position of the Quran as far as these people are concerned?
You see, when you are fasting, for one reason or the other, or during the period of fasting, let's say 30 days, 29 days of fasting, for example, last year is 29, and we were unable to complete your own. You understand? We are unable to complete your own. Maybe subject to sickness, or for women, when it is their monthly period. So they are staying from fasting. So 4 days, 5 days, depending on the period days that the process takes. So the following, they are expected. It's not mandatory that you should fast the 6 days or 5 or 4 days, continuously. You may do it today. I relax. Maybe next tomorrow you do another one. Next month I can do one to complete my last year Ramadan. For those people that could not finish or were not completed their own for last year, and this is another one on board. So they will carry it over.
They will carry it over.
They have to carry it over because Quran does not give any. It is worship. You have to worship God. That is it.
So again, that takes us to the issue. What is the real essence of this Ramadan?
Yes, it's one, to keep you away from all sin, purification, closeness to Almighty God, Allah. Then, and both and humanity to your neighbors and beyond your neighbor. Everything is about worship. We give food to, let's say, this Auntie Jumoke now. She's a Christian, and I think she's not having anything during Ramadan, and I'm fasting. I have enough to myself. I give her. Even you give people that are fasting, people that you know that they don't have, you give them. Share things, share food, share everything you think, materials, money. Share it to people that are vulnerable. That will increase your own ibadah. It will increase your faith. It will increase you in knowledge. It will increase you in God fearing. And it will increase your reward from Almighty Allah.
All right. I remember that last year you were also here.
Yes.
Just before the Ramadan to educate our viewers on things about the Ramadan. And you described that last year's Ramadan as being one of a kind. We have never had that kind of Ramadan before because of COVID.
Yes.
Now, COVID is still here. And
Yes.
Although the protocols have been relaxed and all that.
By even the state government.
By the state government,
Yes.
So I know there's supposed to be several prayers made during the day and all that.
Tajud and everything.
Yeah, just give us a picture of how it's going to be
This year, even in Saudi Arabia, there was a total lockdown last year at the Holy Mosque in Mecca and Medina, and several other mosques across the world. Likewise in Lagos and several other places. You see, what we are doing, or what government does, is this. Government relaxes some the protocols, some of the protocols, but no, they are not relaxing it to totality because, one, these are people. the COVID is still, it's still within us, and we still need to go along with our sanitizers, which this is my own, and our face masks, if not for this, and we are in distance. So, and several other things, touches of everywhere, and hand washing and several other things like that. We are still maintaining that. What government is saying is that if a hall or a congregation of 1,000, government says you should reduce it to the barest, like if it is 1,000, reduce it to 300 people to congregate at school. If there is an avenue for you, 300 will first do there, then another 300 will come in to do their own.
So there will be
batches in that congregational praying. But if otherwise, you reduce it barely to 300, it is for 1,000 people. But if it is for 200, you have to reduce it to like 70 people because of the social distancing. We must still maintain it because COVID is still around the corner.
Last year there was a total ban on Tajud and Taraweeh and all the other forms of prayers.
Yes.
This time around,
what government is saying is that if I have, like for example now, I have an Islamic organization that is, let's say Asalatu, people that needs to go for Tajud in the evening, I have to write to the Safety Commission.
Okay, so that's the protocol for this year.
For this year, write a letter to the Safety Commission,
Lagos State
Safety Commission,
okay,
requesting that you want to have your Tajud. Our numbers are so. Please, what number required? Now the Safety Commission will now respond to you. These are the numbers that will be approved, and this number, and we monitor it.
So the Safety Commission will be on ground.
They are always on ground for every all event. You can imagine some of these event centers were locked. Look at Eco Club and several other places that were locked during because of this COVID protocols and several other areas like that. So when the protocols are not well taken care of, the government is on ground
to apply sanctions.
They will take charge immediately.
All right. So are you talking about the mosques being the one to write Safety Commission?
Either the mosque, the event center too. They have to write that so people are requesting to use our area, our portion for certain things. So Safety Commission will give them an approval, and will give them the number of people that are there. But in case this is Salat time, it does not peculiar to mosque or to anybody, but the organization that want to use, let's say like a playing ground or an open space, you understand, when they apply, it is the right of that organization, Islamic organization, to write to the Safety Commission, not the owner of that place. But if it is an event center, you understand, like hotel or the hotelier will write to the Safety Commission that so people want to use so place for so, and these are the numbers of expected guests.
But we all know that this, for instance, the last 10 days we have Laylatul Qadri, yes, and all that. All these events take place in the dead of the night.
Yes.
And you just said the Safety Commission usually monitor.
Now,
what if there are violations?
There's a curfew.
Curfew?
Yeah.
Is the curfew? Let's confirm. Is the curfew still in place?
I will know. I am not in the position to know about it. There's the security people will be in charge of that. I know. But what I know is this: no matter time we want to give, Lagos State Safety Commission will definitely have their delegation there. That's what I know.
Whether or not you write them.
You write them. If you don't write them, they will come and they're double trouble. They have to come there. They will come there. They are on ground every time. Even when you look at you see this Ajah people. Okay. Some of those hotels that were locked there, they didn't inform them that they are coming. They locked some around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the midnight. In the morning, around 2, 3 o'clock, they locked those places. they go with security officers. So if you must apply, that is the protocol, that is the condition of the COVID. You must apply. Apply.
I'm aware that you've been in office for 2 years now. Last year, the COVID did not actually allow it. What's the level of synergy that your ministry has with the body of the Ummah, particularly the Islamic organizations? We have NASFA, we have Kori, we have so many of them. Are they all aware of this? How much sensitization has actually taken place before now?
Thank you. Mr. Banki, you see, our ministry has always been, with Muslim community, both in the Christian and the Muslim sect. What I would say is this: the Islamic community in Lagos, they are aware of everything I'm saying.
Okay.
Because they come for a meeting, we always call them for meeting. When this COVID started, they had Lagos State is the first state to lock down with 50 people. Later we reduced it to 20 people. It is Lagos State through the Ministry of Home Affairs, which I am part of them. That is one. Two, what we are planning, what we want to do now, is every year it is tradition of Lagos State government. When Ramadan is coming like this, the day to Ramadan, we always have a program.
Okay.
And that is coming up today. But last year, we couldn't have that because of COVID. Today now is coming. Before we have more than 300 guests that we call, all the Muslim community in Lagos, their heads, they will be there, and they are coming today. They are coming today. Everybody will be invited there at the Lagos State House, governor's office. All of us will be there today. We tell them, they know. We will be we are always together. We don't do anything outside them. Government does not pull any policy or decision without the decision is making by the religious leaders, both in the Christian and in the Muslim. Anything that affects Muslim, simultaneously the Christian community will be invited to. All of us will sit down on the table, then we iron it out.
All right, so what about, let's talk about character now. I know that during Ramadan, there are some characters that is expected of every Muslim. I would like us to just reiterate those characters to remind the people, even as they start the exercise, the fasting exercise.
Thank you. Okay. Naturally, when someone is fasting, a lot of things happens to you. Weakness, laziness, everything will come to you, even if you don't want, because you are not eating, so you won't have the strength. You are not drinking, so
you don't have the capacity.
You won't have the strength to do all these sort of troubles. So that patience, relaxation, good attitude, good behavior, it will definitely come to you.
You become gentle.
You be gentle. You see some people, they are around 10 o'clock in the morning. Some people have eaten. 8 o'clock in the morning. Some people might have eaten 7 o'clock. But now they ate in the, let's say around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and by 6:37, they sleep. By the time they wake up,
They are hungry again.
what are you talking? What are you saying? So by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you are gentle. So by force, by fire, you are gentle. Till after 7 o'clock in the evening, that you now approach your food. So there is no way you be gentle. Those are the procedure, and those are the attributes to fasting. You will definitely be gentle, and God says if you are fasting, all sort of bad attitudes should go away from you, and you will definitely let it go. You will let it go. Even if it's Christian fasting, they won't fight. Christian will not fight.
Okay, what Jumoke is trying to establish that during Ramadan, it's over the years, research has shown that level of criminality and all forms of negative tendencies used to come down drastically, and you've just touched on it. But whether we're talking of Ramadan or outside Ramadan, what are the behaviors expected of Muslims, even during Ramadan? Let's start from during Ramadan, then
Okay.
post-Ramadan.
One, you are expected to be of good. You observe your daily prayer at its time. Because you are fasting, that is the time for you to go near to your Creator. You are expected to behave well. When somebody is behaving well, etiquette, you behave like somebody who has training. Etiquette. You behave, you see elderly people, you greet them, you sit down, you hold your Quran. By the time you are reading Quran, you are...
So you are also expected to read your Quran?
Yes, during that Ramadan, during that period. During Ramadan period, you see everybody holding their Quran. This tutu version of Surah of Holy Quran, you will have it in different form. So everybody will be... I will be holding my own. I have some of my own in the car, that if I get to office, I'll start reading. So if I don't have visitor and I'm less busy a bit, I pick it up. I start reading Quran. You'll be reading it, and all this bad attitude will be suppressing from your mind. People that goes on criminality, they either be Muslim, they either be Christian. So by the time they are fasting, they will even want to close to God. Nobody will want to go and do something that is bad.
So closeness to
God
is one of the reasons for fasting.
And everybody,
and once you are close to your
God,
Creator, those negative tendencies don't have a way in your life.
That is it.
So how can they be sustained?
Through preaching and sensitization. That is where we need our leaders, religious leaders, to come on board. Continuous teaching, continuous preaching, continuous admonition when they are on their mumbar on Fridays, and for the Christians when they are in the church, on their altars. So talking to our people, the youth, or we the youth, talk to us and tell us what God wants and what God does not want, even during Ramadan and outside, and when Ramadan finishes.
Okay, so what's the... Okay, please go ahead. Now, from the state government's point of view, what's your admonition? What's your advice? What is expected of Muslims? I'm sure the governor in times past has asked Muslims to use this period to pray for peace of this country, unity. We've been bedeviled by insecurity and several challenges. So what's your task? What are you asking the Muslims to use this period for?
We continue in that light. Governors are sent, all the governors across, and Lagos State governors inclusive too. They are sending their message that this period of Ramadan should be a period for us to pray for peace, pray for harmony, pray for unity, and at the same time pray for security in our country. Because today, nowhere is safe.
Nowhere is safe.
So even the whole world, everywhere, if you turn on your TV station to another station or to oversee, or you see several attitude of violence. You see several things that are not even human, that are not good to see. You'll be seeing everything. So all we are expected this Ramadan period is all of us should,
particularly the Muslims,
the Muslim community, and everybody that is fasting must come together to pray for one Lagos, where we are. We pray for the governor and all his entire team.
The ESCO.
The ESCO. Then we pray for the state itself, for peace, for unity, for progress, and for security, which is the apex of security. We should pray for the nation too, security. If you are moving from one place to another, if you open these faces of newspaper today, you will see one man kill somebody, this man was killed, they kidnapped this person, they took this person, all these things are too much.
So Ramadan can
use Ramadan to wash it out and clear and cleanse the minds of all the devil people. And we may Allah accept our prayer.
Amen. So
All right, thank you.
that's the admonition from the, let me say, from the state government through the special advisor to the governor. That's the governor of Lagos State, Governor Abajide Sanwoolu. Our guest has been Imam Jebe Abdullahi Ahmad, the special advisor to the governor on religious matters. And they've been discussing Ramadan. The good behavior that is usually at the peak during Ramadan is asking the Muslims especially to sustain it, to make it an all year round treat in us. It mustn't just be limited to Ramadan. Ramadan is starting tomorrow, and you see all criminalities will come to barest minimum. But it can be sustained at that level. That's what he has said. Thank you very much, sir, for your time, for the admonition and the prayers you have offered. We just pray that this Ramadan will not be the last that both of us and all the people watching us will witness. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, and I would also like to remind you that whatever you need to obtain permission for from the Lagos State Safety Commission, please ensure that you do that so that you don't get double trouble. Okay, so let's just do the right thing. We're going to another segment of the program now, taking this message from Boundless Multi-Services Solutions Nigeria Limited. They are into lands and property. I think the Easter promo is still ongoing, 25% discount, so you can make use of that opportunity to do business with Boundless. We'll be right back.